YPR.
This is season 2.
It's your boy E.T. Be phenomenal or be forgotten.
Take advice from the people that are getting the results.
I love it. I love it. It's go time. This is about to be explosive.
I can definitely say it was the best decision I've made.
Wow.
You know, enjoy the ride. It's definitely a fun ride.
YPR Radio.
What up? It's your boy E.T. Look, man, and welcome to another edition of YPR Radio. Man, I'm excited. Oh, man, I am excited. You know what time it is. That's right. We're getting ready for convention, Las Vegas. And you know what I always say, guys, what happened in Vegas when you're dealing with VEMA does not stay in Vegas. That's right. We're taking this thing worldwide. And so I'm excited. Are you excited?
Always excited.
Are you going to be there?
Of course.
All right. So, guys, seating is limited. I mean, for real. And so you want to act now. We'll talk about it as we go throughout this particular broadcast. But, guys, I mean, my life, literally changed from, last year, April to now. So I'm excited. And like I said, if you can be there, you definitely want to be there. So let's just talk real quick. So many different people, have given me their experience of how they started. How did you become a part of the business?
Well, actually, it all started about 18 months ago. I was supposed to go back home. I was going to college at University of Oregon, and my summer job was my best friend and I, Cameron, used to work at this golf club. And the previous year, we had worked part-time, but we didn't make enough money to support ourselves through our first year of college, so we were planning on working full-time. And we got our schedules and everything, everything all planned out. And a week before we were scheduled to go in, our boss emailed us and let us go.
Wow.
And so a week after that happened, I got a call from my best friend, Cameron, who also got fired, and he said he had an opportunity that we could make money without having a boss. I didn't ask any questions. I just bought the product and was like, tell me about it in the morning.
Right, absolutely. I mean, no boss, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you just had gotten fired, so
Yeah.
you don't want to make the same mistake twice.
I trusted him.
So, initially you guys got into it. This was an opportunity, not to repeat a cycle, which is important. I mean, I want to make sure that, young people are hearing what you're saying is that you made some adjustments. And I always say, for real, make adjustments, not excuses, because you can't possibly be successful. So you didn't cry about it. You didn't mourn about it. You say, hey, here's another opportunity. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity. Now, let's talk 30 days later, 60 days later. I'm not 100% sure how long, but after you got into the business, at what point were you like, E.T., I recognize that this thing could take us real far, and with this, we could go real far?
Well, right after I got explained to it from someone making money, it was this kid in Hawaii. He was making about $800 a month, and he's like, I have no hours, I have no boss. This is kind of what I do on the side of school. And it immediately clicked in my head because I had friends, bagging groceries at Safeway, flipping burgers at, Dairy Queen, nothing wrong with those jobs, just doing stuff before school starts to make money. And I knew my friends would want to do this. So first 60 days, we had a huge explosion. We had about 300, 400 people in our organization after about our 2 months. So it just blew up, and everyone was really excited about it, and we were having a great time doing it. Even though we really did not know what we were doing, it was all excitement.
Wow. So kind of walk me through that, because here you are, a group of young people. You've got, this exciting opportunity. But you said, honestly, you didn't really know, what you guys had. But talk to me. Were you guys knocking on doors? Were you making phone calls? What were you guys doing in the very beginning?
We would call we would have our friends come over to our house, and we would say to them, we got something huge on our hands. We can't explain everything. We can't do it justice. You need to trust us and listen to this kid who's helping us. And we would Skype in Derek or Kanoa, and they would explain the opportunity and have it make sense to our friends. Yeah. But what was really important, what we did, is we were really confident that we could make this thing happen because we had formed our own opinion. And so our friends, we would go up after and be like, this is why we can make it happen. This is where your connections are. This is where we're going to take it in the next 3 months. So we really gave them a reason to follow us. So as the event started out with 10 people, 20, and it got to 50, and then all of a sudden, we kept saying we'd have people travel out to us. And I think we had Josh Noble drive down from California in his VEMA BMW. And that's when everything exploded because they could actually see the credibility,
Absolutely.
have it physically be there instead of just us talking about it. And then it just took off.
So talk to me real quick. I've got a couple questions, but this is exciting because I'm envisioning myself, just getting going. Like I'm envisioning myself being new with this exciting opportunity. And here you are saying to me, guys, we formed our own opinion. We put a strategy together. And when we put that strategy together and formed our own opinion, this thing kind of took off. So I'm new, I'm just now getting in it, or I've been in it, and I'm starting to lose that excitement. What would you say to me as somebody who has tried it? You've proven that this thing works, you're reaping the benefits from it.
Yeah, I would just say, think back to when you first bought your product, when you first heard about the opportunity from someone who made sense to you. What about it got you excited? What about it made you put down your card and like, yes, I want to do this? And really think back to that, because that's what originally motivated you to get started. So naturally, if you're thinking about that, it's going to bring back those emotions on how you feel about this, and it's going to make you more confident and excited of where you're going with this whole thing.
Wow, I love it. So at what point for you did it like click and you said, you know what, man, I'm giving 80 or 90%. I'm really not sure, percentage-wise what you were putting in at this time. But what made you say, from this day forward, 120%, I'm going all in?
Well, when I first started, it was during the summer, and I had all my best friends on board, and naturally during the summer, you hang out with your best friends. So I didn't really put it together, but we were going, we were doing this all day long throughout the summer, and when I went back to college and I moved back into my fraternity, I realized that's what I was missing, because I kind of got stuck. I kind of plateaued. And after living in the fraternity for about 3 months, and not having my business not really grow, I thought back to when it was growing. I was doing this all day long. And we did end up going 110%, get on the same schedule, and it started taking off again.
Wow. So just like give me maybe 1 or 2 points, like compare and contrast for those people who are giving 80, they're not 100%, sure why they're not reaping some of the benefits they should be reaping, versus somebody that's doing 110. Give me like 1 or 2 things that you can say, E.T., compare and contrast. This is what happens when you're 80. This is what happens when you're doing 120.
When you are doing 80, 70%, you have other things that you're spending your time doing. So it's easier for you to make an excuse for why you're not making it happen, or, oh, I have to go do this, or this sounds like fun, I'm going to go do that. When you're going absolutely 100%, there's nothing in the back of your head. It's like anything that comes to mind that can help build your business, you're going to do it right then and there, and there's no excuses.
Love it. All right, so we're going to transition. We're going to come back in a minute, talk a little bit more, but you've got about 3 people who, are a part of this. They get it. They understand it. They are part of the strategy, and they're with you to make it happen. And I just kind of want to talk to them and, kind of get their experience so that they can help other people, again, with borderline, people who are not experiencing the kind of success they want to see. And so we have Sam, who's from Oregon as well.
Yeah, Sam was living next to me in the dorms when I first started. I've been doing this with him since day one of the first people I got on board. We've stuck, he was in the fraternity with me. He left the fraternity, we went all in together. And he's really made this thing happen, executive. I've never seen someone in more control of their business, knowing what's happening at every single point with the new people, and making sure everybody has the tools and resources. So if you're struggling, you've been stuck at Diamond, you've been stuck at Gold, really listen to Sam, because he's been there and he got out of it.
Wow. Sam, are you there?
Yeah, what's up, EP? It's good to be here.
What's going on, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. And look, I want others to experience what you're experiencing, others, to be great as well. Who are part of this company. And so just talk to us, man. Give us 2 or 3 things that you would suggest they do so they can experience what you're experiencing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, kind of like what Jake said, when we first started, we didn't really know what we were doing, but all we were doing was just building off excitement. And really what it comes down to is just having the sense of mind that you're going to make this thing happen regardless of what people say. Because obviously, when you first get started, you're going to have people who are going to tell you this isn't going to work. People are going to say, oh, that's a scam, so-and-so. Well, if you're listening to those people, you're going to start, losing the mindset that you need to be successful in this business. And really, mindset comes basically into everything you do, whether it's talking to prospects, whether it's speaking to people about the business. So if you keep that mindset and you work hard, like Jake said, you make this thing your number 1 priority, there's no reason why you can't see the results that Jake and that a lot of these guys have seen in this business.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's a recurring thing. We keep hearing priority, prioritize. It's only 24 hours in a day. And we're not saying you're not having fun. We're not saying you don't spend time with friends and family, that you don't enjoy life. Actually, what we're saying is that the more focused you are, the more time you spend, the more concentrated you are in strategically doing what you need to do in this business, actually the more freedom on the back end, that you get. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. We're out of time, Sam. I will see you April in Vegas convention, correct?
Yeah, sounds good.
All
Can't wait.
right. So I look forward to meeting you in person, Sam. Keep doing what you're doing. Man, it sounds like, from Jake, you're knocking this thing out of the park. Absolutely. So stay consistent. And I always ask this, journal, because there's so many people who are coming behind you who need the blueprint to success, and it sounds like you have it. So take care, man, and make the rest of your life the best of your life, man.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, EP.
All right, no problem. So, Jake, we got Connor coming up.
Yeah, Connor, I've known Connor since 8th grade. We played sports together all throughout high school. He was one of my friends, one of the first people I called when I got home from school. Stuck with this thing with me, was part of the initial blow up, had a lot of success early, went back to school, had some mix up with his priorities, lost his whole organization, built it back up from ground zero, and now is just, have a ton of people that really follow him and really respect what he's doing.
Wow. Connor, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. What's up?
I can't call it, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I know you're from Detroit. You're used to the cold weather, but we aren't so much out here, and we just got showered with a blanket of snow last night. So
oh, wow.
Kind of staying indoors, but I'm excited.
Wow, just a blanket? That's it?
A blanket.
That's it,
literally a blanket.
Okay, all right. Hey, well, I'm excited. Look, talk to us, man. Most people, when they get knocked down, they never get back up. And Jake used the term ground zero, which means, primarily whatever you had worked for, pretty much, man, it flatlined, zero. And you were able to bounce back, man. Talk to us, Connor, talk to us. What allowed you to stay alive when you were at your lowest point?
It was Think and Grow Rich. Honestly, there's that story in that book of the man who bought the gold mine and
I've told that story.
Exactly, yeah, and then obviously he was 3 feet away. So that's kind of, I read that in my stint, in my low point. I read that book and read that chapter and really got that message, and it resonated that I'm just 3 feet away. I went from $1,000
3
a month
feet away.
to literally 5 months in a row. It didn't make any money, and that's all I was thinking was, I'm 3 feet from it. I'm 3 feet from it. 5 months in a row making nothing. Finally found a spark and built it back up and was able to hit platinum in a couple months. And that was just that idea that stuck with me the whole time. Just that resilience, really.
So give me 1 or 2 points, man. What would you say to me? My business has crashed. I'm not really growing in it. I hear you talking about resilient, but give me something practical. What should I do?
Honestly, you got to work through your network.
Yeah, I love it.
You got to
Work through
talk to as many people as you can, and really not discriminate, not prejudge someone based on some prior experiences. I've had several people come into my business that I wrote off. I wrote them off my list. I thought, this guy's lazy. He's never going to do anything. But this guy led to 20 other guys, and in that 20, you find an 8. So really keeping that mindset that it's going to happen for you, and as long as you're thinking that way and you're thinking forward, then there's nothing that's going to stop you. And that was one thing that happened with me, and that's a huge thing I would say for everybody else is, you're 3 feet away. People fail because things get tough. You always talk about pain. Like, pain, it gets tough, it gets hard, it gets lonely, but if you stick it out, obviously Jake is a prime example. I'm a good example. Cameron Kirkar, he's out in the crowd. He's a phenomenal example of just, keeping that mindset that you keep going, and eventually, you'll find the people you need to find. You'll attract them into your life. So
yeah, I love it.
That would be a big one for me.
Yeah, I love it. 3 feet away. All right, we got one more, Alex, but I want to stay right here with you're 3 feet away. And there's so many people, man, who've given up 3.5 feet away, 4 feet away, 3.75 feet away, you name it, right? And they were right there, man. So, man, you have no idea how that resonates with me. And so I just want to say to those people who are out there, if you were going to give up, you should have done it before you started. And you've invested too much to quit now. You've invested too much. And here's my deal. there are people who are successful doing it. So apparently
It works.
it works. So you can do it. But you can't do it and give up 3 feet away. So man, Connor, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you, hopefully, convention, April, Las Vegas. Sounds familiar?
Oh, I will be there.
All right. I look forward to seeing you there. And as I always say, man, make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Appreciate it. See you then.
All right. So our last one, I think Alex.
Yes, Alex. Alex is actually a funny story. I met him through the business. He was actually, I remember he was about to get on board. My whole team was really excited because he's supposed to be an ace, someone that's going to kill it. In his first 50 days, he didn't really do much, and we were like, oh, okay, I mean, maybe this isn't for him. And then he went abroad to Singapore for about 3 months, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, if it's not for him, that's fine. Ended up changing most of his sleep schedule and hitting diamond in about 40 days after moving to Singapore. And so, I like to tell that story. If anybody has any time excuses, it's like, if he can make it happen, really anybody can do this.
Wow. Alex, sounds like sleep is for suckers. Are you there?
I am absolutely here, E.T. It's a pleasure to be on here. I'm blessed, honored, privileged, and Jake has been like a brother to me in this whole thing. So it's great to be here. How are you guys?
Oh, great, man. Phenomenal. Hey, I'm here. I don't know, man. They're struggling here. Everybody's got on coats and stuff, man. I'm from Detroit, man. This is like mid-June or something. So everybody's cold. I don't get it. They got heaters around and stuff, man. It's unbelievable. Talk to me, though, Alex, man. I mean, this is deep. They first of all, they wrote you off. You weren't going to be successful. Your own friends, they said, that's it. This guy's not going to make it. You go away. You leave the United States of America, and you go abroad, and you blow up abroad. What is it? Do we all just need to pack up our stuff and just get out of here, man? What's the secret to success?
Okay, so this is a crazy story. I've been a travel bug my whole life, so I decided to go study abroad in Singapore for my second semester junior year of school. And I had done Dublin, Ireland the year before for a summer. So I've always been that guy to go around and meet new people. And I pride myself on always doing something different and getting a different result. So this was really no different. But 52 days into it, I had not hit the rank of bronze until then. I found my right guys, some people in the South. And I did this thing while I was in Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Singapore, Japan. So here's me, hopping from country to country, living a great abroad life, and treating this thing what it should be treated as, which is a part-time priority. And the thing is, a lot of people in my opinion, get very turned off by Vima because we put out this idea that it has to be your entire life because college kids, we don't have a lot else going on, and we have a lot of free time. I like to stress that this really is a vehicle that you can use part-time that, in the end of the day, can really double your full-time wage. So this needs to be seen as a part-time vehicle that you can really build anywhere, and that's exactly what I did and stressed to do.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. I'm still, people make so many excuses, and just to hear that you went abroad and just got serious and you bared down, and did what you needed to do. All right, we don't have a lot of time, but give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds of how just taking ownership of your life, of this business. Like, talk to us about that. Like, what made you take ownership in a way you had never taken it before and allowed you to get to this level that you're experiencing right now?
To be honest, I realized that I was finally with the right people. Guys like Jake, Mitch, Cam, Sam, Reed, Josh, Derek, all these guys, they were the people in my life it's the first time in my life that I saw people that were able and willing and wanted to carry weight on their shoulders. I've always been the guy that put the weight on my shoulders, whether it's setting up social events for my fraternity or getting people together for events. This was the first time that I saw people with that similar mindset, and that was very, very attractive to me, and I can never let that go regardless of what happened, thick or thin.
Yeah, and I think that's huge, and people need to understand that are listening. Listen to me. I know I say it all the time, and I'm harping. I sound like I'm nagging almost, but opportunities don't come every single day. And we've got to be wise enough when an opportunity comes that will change your life and perhaps your family's life for the rest of their lives. You can't look a gift horse in the mouth. You have to make a decision to move forward. And so I'm proud of you guys. Again, it's not one or two individuals, but you guys have come together collectively, which is hard for so many people to do, to operate as a team. So congratulations to you guys. I hope to see you April, Las Vegas, at convention. I'd love to, just still a couple minutes away, just for us to kind of talk and exchange stories. So, man, please make the rest of your life the best of your life, and you guys keep growing and keep, setting records month after month. Jake, talk to me, guys. We got some borderline people here. There's some people, I don't know if I should be at convention. I'm not sure if I should come. It's an investment, and somebody said it earlier. We're not talking about investing in a business. We're talking about, number one, investing in yourself. Talk to us. Why should a person make an investment in themselves? What's your last and final thoughts to our audience?
I mean, you really got to look at the people who have what you want. Everybody in this industry, whether it's in our company, another company, say, get your people to events, and the events will change the people. And, it was Eric War, he says, he's a professional network marketer. He says every time he went to an event, or all of the big decisions he made to really go all in was at events. And what better place to do that at Vegas with 10,000 people motivated to change their life for the better. Like you even said, you learned stuff from there. Absolutely changed my life. You got speakers making, who knows how much money with so much valuable information. It's like, why would you not want to better yourself, attend this event, meet these amazing people, and come away with that experience?
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is tell them our experience. And like I said, if Eric Thomas grew from last year, wow. I mean, we had time to kind of chart things that have happened for me since then. And I, too, had a chance to sit down at breakfast with Bob Proctor. I got my hour in, and that 1 hour changed my life, forever. So do me a huge favor, guys. For real, you've been maybe listening for 30 minutes. You've watched other, episodes. This is the time to make a decision. Somebody said it's not enough to know, we must do. And I used to, I must apologize. I used to tell people, knowledge is power. And I realized that's not the truth. Applied knowledge is power. So it's not enough to listen. It's not enough to know. At some point, we must do. So I want to encourage you, if you're not where you want to be and you're not doing what you want to do, then this is probably the opportunity for you. And someone said it earlier, it's not about what you have to give up. It's about what will you lose if you don't take advantage of an opportunity. And you can always go back to being average. Like, average is there waiting for you, So make a decision. I look forward to seeing you April. I'll be there in Vegas convention. And remember, listen to me, it's your life. You're not a victim, you are a victor. So make a decision to make the rest of your life the best of your life. It's your boy E.T., and you've been listening to another edition of YPR Radio. Hey, guys, I'll see you when I see you.